Buddhai, Venerable Sangha members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear friends in Dhamma. We welcome the arrival of our esteemed delegation led by Most Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara, accompanied by fellow monks and his companion dog, Aloka. Buddha Dhamma has always taught us that peace is a profound inner state, cultivated through mindfulness, compassion, and responsibility. And in an age defined by constant motion and uncertainty, the teachings of the Buddha remind us that true harmony begins within each one of us. The life journey of Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara is a testimony to this truth. He led the remarkable Walk for Peace from Fort Worth, Texas, to Washington, D.C. across 10 of its states, in India and in Nepal, and most recently in Sri Lanka. Without further ado, let us begin this wonderful occasion. We will now request Venerable monks for the sacred chanting.
Jena
Director, International Buddhist Confederation, to deliver his opening remarks.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Most venerable Sangha members, distinguished monastics, esteemed former director IBC Sri Haldharji, DG IBC Sri Bhattagarji, honored guests and dear friends of Dhamma. It is an immense joy, profound respect and deep humility that we gather today at the International Buddhist Confederation, New Delhi. On behalf of the entire IBC community, I extend heartfelt and reverent welcome to the Venerable Peace Walker monks led by the inspiring Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara along with the loving dog Aloka. Before I go further, I would like to tell something about Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara. Before entering the monastic life, Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara was an engineer in Motorola and earned his degree in information technology from the University of Texas. His journey from the world of technology to the path of Dhamma is itself a testament to transformation and purpose. During the Walk for Peace of 2025-2026, Venerable Pannakara led a remarkable 120 days silent meditative walk for Fort Worth, Texas to Washington DC, crossing 10 states. Following his historic walk, he traveled to Sri Lanka in April 2026 to lead another peace walk, continuing his mission of spreading mindfulness and harmony. His dedication to peace is long-standing. In 2022, he completed a 3,400-kilometer pilgrimage through India and Nepal, further embodying the Buddha's message of perseverance and compassion. Friends, today is a profoundly auspicious day. We are in the presence of a spiritual Dhamma warriors whose definition of strength is measured not by monument built or battles won, but by footsteps taken in silence, service and sacrifice. Venerable Pannakara and his fellow monastics have captured the heart of people worldwide through their historic and arduous walk for peace. I am reminded of the message of the Buddha to venerables when he instructed the monks, Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya, Lokanukampaya. Braving harsh winter elements, physical exhaustion, and the noise of a divided modern era, the Sangha walked thousands of miles to demonstrate that peace is not an abstract concept to be debated, but a practice to be lived. Their journey, rooted deeply in Dhutanga, austere walking meditation, and Vipassana tradition, reminds us the timeless message of the Buddha. That genuine harmony and loving kindness cannot be enforced, but must be cultivated from the inside. Here at the International Buddhist Confederation, whose core mission is to act as a collective wisdom and a united voice for Buddhists worldwide, the presence of the Peace Walker monks is a living testament to our shared goals. They have shown us how to bridge divides, foster interfaith understanding, and bring mindful compassion directly to the doorsteps of communities that need it most. Venerable Sirs, your presence brings tranquility to our hearts and immense blessings to the IBC. We thank you for your unwavering stamina, your boundless compassion, and profound, quiet clarity you bring to a restless world. May this gathering inspire all of us to walk our own paths with patience, compassion, and continuous mindfulness. Namo Buddhaya. I once again welcome you all to IBC. Thank you.
Who organized this gathering, this meeting here for our first day in India. We just recently arrived today. Secondly, showing us the warm welcome for the peace walk. And we are here for our mission. We don't have all the venerable monks who walk with us, but we are here representing for the whole team. And on my right side is my teachers. The peace walk that we took in USA and then Sri Lanka, and like he already mentioned that we took on the walk, the first walk of my journey is in India 2022 and 2023. That is where I found Aloka, and that inspired me to take on this journey of walk for peace over the West. As we are known, Buddhism started from India and spread out to all the Asian countries. And the Western world, Buddhism to the Western world is pretty new. Back then, not many people knows about Buddhists over the West. And so after the Walk for Peace, now that many more people start to do research about the Buddha teachings, how to stay calm, how to bring peace to their life, and how to practice mindfulness. Just after the walk alone, most of the mindfulness books that sells online are sold out from many different authors. It shows us that people are truly in deep suffering. That is the reason why they are seeking for mindfulness technique to bring peace to them to their life. And our message is very simple. If we be able to slow down, we will find peace. If we be able to look back within, we will find peace. And the way that we show to the people along the road, which they have never knows anything about the Buddha teachings, is mindfulness. Just the moment, at the present moment, live within that one single breath, peace will arise, begins just like that. And somewhat it touched millions of hearts over the West and around the world. And people started to follow and support this mission because of all the problems around us nowadays, all over the world, conflict, division, wars, and everything. Religious, politics, and so much more that lead people to suffering because of unmindful. And that is why they support this mission. And I truly believe this is why we have this gathering today to discuss about how to promote mindfulness throughout this nation, this country, and around the world, so that all beings can be benefited. And so our mission here to India is also to seek for a permission or any type of organizing to promote peace through mindfulness. And also to show the world that just a very little being, which is Aloka, 4 legs, can also inspire so many people to live with mindfulness, to live with loving kindness and compassion. Because I think that not just human beings deserve a better life, but all beings deserve a better life. All type of animals, they have no voice. but they do deserve a better life because they are probably our relatives in the past and will be our relatives in the future. And so, not just the Venerable monks who walk for peace has our own mission, but Aloka also has its own mission, which is to bring peace to all kind of animals around the world. Especially, he is originally from India, Kolkata, right? And so I believe that his mission is to also save stray dogs here in India as well, because he was a stray dog before, roaming around along the road, fight for life, fight for food, and now he became more famous and became the peace ambassadors. Sri Lankan president paid for his ticket, Thailand paid for his ticket to travel to the countries. And now that he earned that role of peace ambassador, so I believe that this is the time where not just the human being, but also an animal can do something to support all kind of animals as well. And so I hope that this message of loving kindness, compassion, and mindfulness will be able to spread all over the world as soon as possible, because it's really needed more than ever before. And thank you so much for having us here today. And may you all be well, be happy, and be peaceful.
As part of the walking team of monks, most venerable monks from India who are here, my dear friends, and representatives of the media. It is indeed a privilege and an honor for us to have all the monks here along with Aloka to bless us. I use the word bless because you have ventured into an exercise which is very rare and very unique. You've done something which has touched the hearts of millions of people across the world. You've done something which the Buddha always preached, that is the transmission of his message. And let me tell you, transmission of the Buddha's message in today's world is extremely difficult. In this information age, you find that the social media, the internet, all the channels of communication are clustered with a deluge of information, a lot of information. More than 50% of that information is probably not true. And to find space in that domain and to be recognized is an achievement of sorts. I remember that when you were going through the walk, I would, at the end of my daily work in the evening, I would open onto my Twitter handle and try to see what is your position, where were you, how much you had traveled. So I have mapped your journey very closely. So you, Venerable, when you walked in with Aloka, holding him, that particular picture is clearly embedded in my mind for days and weeks that you have been walking. So thank you very much for being here and actually blessing us. This walk, I think, is not a journey from one point to another point. It's a journey touching the human hearts. And as you said, we live in a world where speed is of essence. Everything is fast. Everything is based on speed. You want to get things at the fastest possible time. You want to get your food ordered, reaching your home as quickly as possible, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. And at this juncture, you chose a mechanism which is not to do with speed, it is to do with slow, easy movement. As you said rightly, to stop, to pause. This is what is a message which you have conveyed to the whole world, that you need to stop somewhere. You can't move at a fast pace and look back at where you are, what you have done, what you have achieved. And this is where the Buddha's message strongly comes in. I think we, Venerable, tried to experiment with ways and means of connecting with the people. So we started this interesting concept of the Bodh Gaya Marathon. This is an international marathon where You run for 42 kilometers and 20 kilometers. There are monks participating, there are lay people participating from across the world, including from Africa and other countries. It has got a lot of traction, but certainly nowhere like the traction which your exercise has attained. We feel blessed as part of this team. I consider ourselves as part of your team. I remember when we had the second Global Buddhist Summit this year in January, I was frantically telling my people that please get in touch with them. They must be walking somewhere. So if we can get a message from them for the Global Buddhist Summit. But of course, that time you were going through very tragic moments. I know that, so we could not reach out to you. This journey also was marked by a lot of challenges. We don't want to go into the details. There were very sad incidents, including difficulties with Aloka. And what it proved is that strength is not to do away with challenges. Strength is to face the challenges. And you face the challenges. You walk through very difficult climatic conditions. I've seen pictures of you walking in absolute heat conditions. You walked through the rain, you walked through snow blizzards. And I was wondering that, why don't you wear hardy shoes? Why don't you buckle up a little more with leather items? But I think that's where your determination was, that we need to walk like the Buddha walked. As we all know that the Buddha believed in walking trails. There are a lot of walking trails in India. We try to pursue one of the trails, which is known as the Jatian Walk Trail. Every year in December, the month of December, we do that short trail. And I think your long journey truly replicates that trail also. Aloka's presence, you've mentioned in detail, is very symbolic of the connect between humans and animals. This is a very rare connect. The Buddha goes further and says that it's not just the humans and the animals, but it is also the nature and even the items, all objects around us, which are interconnected. And Aloka's role has been appreciated all over the world. I think I will not hesitate in saying that in your entire endeavor, the presence of Aloka played a critical role, because I know kids of different age groups monitoring Aloka's conditions, Aloka's health, how is he feeling. There were tweets going on, where children from schools were asking about Aloka. So Aloka was all over the place, and I think you've done a wonderful job to exhibit this critical relationship between humans and animals. I think at the end of the day, for us, the exercise as IBC as well as for you is to spread the message of the Buddha, message of Dhamma, and also to build bridges among people in different countries and to make them aware that the time is very complex, the time is very, very intricate, but we, through the message of Dhamma, should be able to deal with the challenges. I think you've done a wonderful job, Venerable, in bringing to the fore large number of people who were never aware of Buddha Dhamma to today realize what is mindfulness, what is mind control, what is the balance between human mind and human body. Thank you very much on our behalf and on behalf of representatives of 39 countries who are part of the IVC. This message will go across to all these countries and all these members on our behalf. Thank you very much, Venerable. Thank you. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. Most Venerable Sangha members, distinguished guests, friends from the media, and my dear brothers and sisters in Dhamma. Peace is not a distant dream. On the contrary, I think it is a desire deeply rooted intrinsically within each of us, waiting to grow outward, blossom, and transform the world. The consequences of conflict extend far beyond the battlefield, destroying homes, silencing hopes, and leaving generations to rebuild from ruins. The tragedy of war perpetuates suffering and undermines the very foundations of human progress, nature, environment, and the overall tranquility. In contrast, on the other hand, Venerable, peace offers stability, growth, and the opportunity for collective introspection and prosperity. Inspired by this timeless teachings of the Buddha, the Walk for Peace by Most Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara and his companions reflect our shared prosperity, aspirations for safety, guided by the values of wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness, principles which are actually at the very heart of Buddha Dharma. Wisdom teaches us that all beings are interconnected and that every action we take has consequences for others. This Walk for Peace initiative, therefore Most Venerable, is a living reflection of this internal truth. In times of global chaos, such a silent gesture becomes one of the most relevant, appealing, and powerful acts that we can offer, individually and collectively. Accompanying of friendly Aloka with the Venerables is a powerful embodiment of the ideals of Buddha Dhamma in its most gentle facets. This is in fact the need of the hour. Dear Most Venerable and group, your presence here is therefore a joyful testimony to me personally and also to the fraternity of the IBC that the core philosophy of the Buddha Dhamma, which emphasizes that the understanding about detachment, suffering, inner turmoil, kindness, compassion, mindfulness, and a deeper human connection need to get initially internalized intrinsically from within and nurtured as a personal individual realization, and only thereafter made to radiate externally into the external domains of the family, society, communities, and the global circles. The historic, rare, and unique Walk for Peace by Most Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara and USA, in Sri Lanka, in Nepal, and India are therefore extremely pragmatic and relevant initiatives for promoting and popularizing the foundations of inner meditative peace and reflective consciousness among the Buddhist fraternity, civil society, youth, the animal life, and the nature. The IBC, as a global Buddhist umbrella body, stands as a common platform for Buddhists across the world. Therefore, in alignment with its mission to foster unity and compassion, the IBC wholeheartedly and fully supports the Walk for Peace and the philosophy behind it. This walk is a living expression of Buddha's timeless message of harmony, sanctity, and universal brotherhood. May therefore all your interactions and experiences and the mission and those of dear Aloka as well in India, which is the land of Buddha's enlightenment, be inspiring, spiritually enriching, and strengthen peace and consciousness among all sentient beings. Namo Buddhaya. Thank you. Namaskar.
I would also request Sri Raghav Prasad Bhatnagar, DG IBC, to felicitate Most Venerable Bhikkhu Pannakara with a replica of the relic casket from Pepperala.
कैमरा पीछे